All right, we are here for another episode of Less Kevin, More Tech.
UTEC IT.
Oh, that's right, UTECit.com. Come visit us. So
Very much less Kevin.
Very much less Kevin. That's a good point. So Christine's stepping in. Christine, introduce yourself.
I'm Christine Lippart, the Director of Digital Marketing at UTEC.
Fantastic. And so the theme of our meeting today, our podcast, is I'll just call it the youth movement that's going on in our industry. And so one of the things that we're fortunate to have is we've got a lot of people coming into the industry, coming into, our office to work here. So we've invited 3 of our 20-somethings, our young 20-somethings in, just to talk about the business, the industry, what they're excited for, and why they're here, because there's definitely a multitude of opportunities that are out there.
100%. So, guys, why don't we'll start with Jake. Jake, why don't you go around and maybe tell us, your name, why you're excited to be working here at UTEC.
And what was your core career choice prior to coming to UTEC?
Yeah, so my name's Jacob Emmett, and 25 years old. And I worked previously at a country club called Travis Point for the past 7 years. So, being in the restaurant industry, I was like, well, it's probably about time to move on to something else.
He was my favorite bartender at the club.
I was a pretty good bartender. made some really good drinks. But with that being said, I decided to start looking for something else. Got my resume ready, and then reason why I worked there so long was to build connections with the members there. So I met Christine Lippart here, and I pretty much told her, like, hey, I'm starting to look for something else, and I really, just want to, move on towards a career path. So.
And you've got a young, 1.5-year-old at home, right? So those
I
late
do.
nights and weekends bartending was pretty rough on
Yeah,
the family.
Exactly. So every night I'd work there, I wouldn't really know what time I got off. It could have been 9 p.m., midnight, 2 in the morning. Never really knew. So, with me and, my newborn baby, it's like, well, I definitely need to choose something different for the family's sake.
So, Jake, just for what it's worth column, my actual career choice is bartender, waiter. That's what I'm in the midst of a 30 or 40-year hiatus in between jobs in this industry. So I totally align and can connect with your history there. Absolutely. Mickey?
Yeah, my name is Mickey Keller. I've been working here since about October. Before that, I just graduated from Eastern Michigan, summer of last year. I went there for marketing, and I was kind of hoping to get into the digital marketing space. But while I was working there, I started working in the Jones Natatorium, their Olympic-sized swimming pool over there, helping out the swim team and stuff like that. And so while doing that, I kind of started thinking about maybe event coordination. And so I looked into jobs once I graduated in that route. I kind of realized the part about event coordination I loved was meeting new people. And so that's kind of how I got led to sales. In terms of being here at UTEC, my older brother started working in the finance department here. My mom works for the Chamber of Commerce, and they've obviously had a long-standing relationship with UTEC, so I've known about it for a while. And I just heard they were looking for new sales reps and thought it was a great opportunity.
Yeah, we were happy that your mom let you come here with us, because Joey's been your brother Joey,
Yep.
been fantastic with us, and we got the same high hopes and aspirations for you also.
Yep, can't let you guys down now.
There you go.
My name is Ryan Harrison. I'm 25. Previous to this, I was in real estate for a company called Howard Hanna. Through that time, I really enjoyed it. Thought I would, look into some other sales opportunity, and came across UTEC. Coming out of Central Michigan, I wanted to work for in a modern workplace. One of my big tips was, in my mind, I want to work somewhere where I don't have to wear a tie. And UTEC really stood out to me, and that's why I am here today.
Well, you've got a little family history.
Yeah, I have a father that works in this company. He's actually sitting to my left right now, enjoying his cup of Joe. So that was also another big factor into
So
why
what did
UTEC.
So I have a question with that. So Les has been in this industry, obviously, for a very long time. So you grew up with him, and this was his profession.
Yep.
So what did you like as his son, and as obviously him as your dad, but growing up and seeing him in this industry, and what drew you to, hey, I want to follow in his footsteps?
So from the very beginning, I can, like you said, he's in the 40-year hiatus of in this type of work. I've seen it, from day one. But originally, here and there, every time he gets home, he's dripping on sales techniques, what to do. So, he was engraving it. Like I say, he says, you're going to hear me say it a lot. He says it a lot. So, taking all those steps, jumping over to here, it's pretty fun, working with your dad, also your boss at the same time. So it takes that, you got that little wild card factor as well.
So here's a true and funny story. One thing about this industry, and that you guys are just going to love about it, is that you interact with so many people in so many different businesses, and as long as you stay focused on their business, their needs, what they're looking to improve, you're going to be successful, right? Mm-hmm. So I worked with a guy for a long time, and Gordy was a legend in this business. I mean, he was doing $1 million plus a year in sales when it was really something, and so I had him in a carry thing, right? And Gordy says, this is the ultimate cold calling opportunity. So Gordy and myself and him went out and cold called, and I've got a baby thing. I mean, we had absolutely no rejection. It was an awesome day, but.
So Jake, you need to take your 1.5-year-old on cold calling now, right?
I'm just telling you carry that thing in there. I forget, baby carrier or whatever. It fits into the car seat. But
Jake
story.
Jake could actually get one of those little backpack thingies and have it on him and go in, and every single receptionist would let you right in the door with the little cute baby.
Yeah, everybody loves babies.
Yeah,
babies and dogs.
I don't know about taking a dog prospecting. That might be a little bit tough, but I give it a try. I mean, we're all about creativity here. Mm-hmm. So you studied marketing, and you had 7 years of face-to-face marketing experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes at closing time. Mm-hmm. So now that you've...
So do you think your market... So Jake, you've been, out of the three of you, you've been with UTEC the longest, since about June, I want to say?
Yep, correct.
Especially because...
And it's January now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I know just from being at Travis Point, how did, for 7 years bartending, dealing with disgruntled members over whether it's food or drink or their patients because they haven't gotten their drink, but how has that helped you dealing with so many different personalities day in, day out? How has it helped you now in your new sales role?
Yeah, so I'd say, 7 years of experience of talking to members, and every day was different. Some days there's be golf events where some members would drink a little bit more than they're supposed to, and then there'd be other...
Christine Libert.
Then there'd be other days where totally chill and, family dinners and stuff. So you really got to, practice and listen to everybody talk, and you just understand to, learn how everybody speaks, and you get to really, what's the word I'm trying to work for? You get to really, learn about everybody's personalities there, because everybody's different, and so you really get to build a personal relationship there, instead of like a public restaurant of you get somebody different every day, but you get the same people there every day, so you really get to build a bond with them.
Yeah, but what I'm hearing is you've developed an ability to I almost be chameleon-like with dealing with different kinds of people, different levels.
Yep, you'd have to definitely adapt on different situations too.
Right.
So if somebody was, mad, you have to, go a different route. If somebody was happy, then you're obviously doing your job right.
And then that's the same thing you deal with customers and prospects.
Absolutely. So it's the same, phone calls, the same door knocks. It's those basic same conversations.
Mm-hmm. So Mickey, you grew up in business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit more than my mom works at the chamber. Am I correct?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. For our listening audience, Mickey's mom is the president of the Ann Arbor Ypsilanti Chamber of Commerce. So you've been exposed to local and small business practically your whole life, because I think she's been present, involved probably the majority of your life, right?
Yep.
So how is that prep? Has it? Or maybe it hasn't had any impact. I don't know.
Yeah, it absolutely has. It was a large part of my decision to originally study marketing in the first place, just seeing, how the Chamber of Commerce operates and, all they do for small and local businesses here in the Ann Arbor, Ipsy area. It's also, been helpful for me to make connections. Some of the people I've met through the Chamber or through the Chamber events have helped me out so far in my business career. They're the same people I'm calling on now to try to prospect and hopefully help them out through UTEC.
Right, yeah. It's good to have that access to mentorship.
Absolutely. And my mom's been a huge mentor for me too, 100%.
That's spectacular.
So how is so real estate and now technology, office technology, IT services? So that's a big learning curve. It's different. But how is some of the skills that you had to use for real estate, how is that transferred over to IT sales?
So, sales technique still stays the same. You got to be constant with whatever you do. So, you're doing, like we always say, you do your phone calls, you do your door knocks, and you just stay consistent with those, and those numbers will show up. So, sales techniques still the same. You're adapting a little bit because it's a little bit different playing field now because now you're dealing with technology. But it just boils down to, keeping the same level and keeping it going and just have fun with it. The more you have fun, the more you enjoy it, and then the more you enjoy it, in essence, you should be making some more money.
I was just going to ask, do you guys find this business fun?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's a ride. It's a great industry to be in. What do you find fun about it? And the reason I ask is that if you come up to somebody and you say, "Hey, listen, I got an opportunity to be a commission-based salesperson," in this modern world of point, click, and email and what have you, and so you guys are, you're taking on the risk of being a person that you earn your income based upon your ability to take risks and handle and improve customers' experiences. I mean, that's so. What do you find fun about that?
Well, I find this fire in me whenever I make a sale and I know I'm giving a customer a really good product. Just makes me feel really good.
Yeah. So your self-worth, your self-esteem.
Yep, and then you get to ring that bell, and everybody cheers you on, like, "Yo, what'd you get? What'd you get?"
That's funny. How about you, Mick?
Yeah, the satisfaction you get from making a sale is certainly one of the aspects of it. Also, just being in front of customers, being able to make that face-to-face connection and help their business out is a great feeling for sure.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's just go phone call. Having just a good phone call, it doesn't have to be a sale. You just talk to someone new. You just had a great conversation. Right when you hang up that phone, you inside, you give a little fist pound in yourself, and you're like, yeah, that went great, and let's just do it again. And then it gets a little addicting.
Yeah.
Momentum.
Yeah.
And then you're helping someone too. Let's say you do get a sale, you're helping them out with something, and they're helping you out with something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It also takes care of that competitive fire inside. That's I think is an important piece.
Oh yeah, every day I think we're like, "What'd you guys do yesterday? What are you working on? What's the next goal?"
Yeah.
I think that's great too. As far as in UTEC with our sales team, the fact that the three of you, young guys, all came in relatively within 6 months of each other. You guys work together day in, day out. It's a very much team, and I would imagine other dealerships, have the same thing, but it's very much team oriented. You guys are constantly working together, helping each other out, and it's fun going out in the field together, right? Going out and cold calling and going out there together.
Yeah, your personalities feed off each other when you're out, cold calling together. So it's real fun. I know us three in the bullpen, which we call, we got a little, inside competition to where we get appointments, we get sales, we put a tally mark up to our next to our names. By the end of the month, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, who's the winner. So it's pretty fun, for us.
Some competition.
Yeah.
Some friendly competition.
I like that. And Christine, I know that there are some organizations out there where the team bonding and the culture and attitude we have here, they don't have, and they're almost hostile towards each other's success. So what you guys are creating here is really something special and something unique.
And I think, Kevin created that culture, when he bought UTEC years ago. But it's definitely a work hard, play hard. I mean, we have fun, but it's we take our jobs very seriously. But like Friday afternoons, we always have a putting contest in our office. Like, we make sure that as much as hard as we're working, that it's a very family oriented, especially with you two now, but very family oriented, business.
Mm-hmm. And Christine just wipes the floor with us during those Friday putt-offs.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I won a couple weeks in a row.
Yeah. Well, how big was the pot?
It wasn't very much. I think I won a total of, $20 for the 2 Fridays.
It's
Hustling.
not bad.
No.
Hustling everyone.
Not bad. A little side hustle, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're just laying in the weeds so that the bet goes from 1 to 5.
Yes.
That's how that goes.
Yep.
What would you recommend, guys? I feel very fortunate being in a sales environment where, we've got, right now we have more people that want to come join us than we actually have openings. And so when you're out talking or in and amongst your peer groups, right? After hours, what are you guys saying? Or you don't have after hours because you got a baby, and so your after hours are trying to catch sleep here and there.
Yeah, I think I always definitely still keep in contact with my friends and stuff, and I always tell them like I love my job. I get to pick and choose. Like kind of like when I work and stuff, and it's very flexible. And the biggest reason for me, since I have a baby and a kid, it's I need that flexibility.
You also need the money.
I also need the money. Exactly. I can't. I
Baby
can't
needs
work.
some new shoes.
It's like I can't be working at 2 a.m. anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to definitely find that Monday through Friday job, which I definitely have now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I definitely also brag about the flexibility because, most other jobs aren't allowing you to be your own boss sort of your territory the same way UTEC has allowed us to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I brag about it to anybody who listens. I also, try to figure out where they work and if I could help them out.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I think that's an important piece, because I promote and I teach and I coach that you're the CEO of your territory. And you're basically being given distribution rights by UTEC for our technologies, and how you approach your business is going to determine your success because the market's there and the products and the services are there, but it's your approach to your business which is going to ultimately determine your success. What are you telling people?
It's right along the same lines. You are your own boss. You are what you put in.
Yep.
And not only that, inside the workplace, this place is just fun.
Yeah.
It's the characters around here. Our personalities all collide, but it's for the best. It's a good melting pot of people, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We are all characters, but we have character,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
So what do you guys, so it's January 24th. What are you most looking forward to this year, 2023?
Chicago, the FP mailing conference.
Ah,
It's going to be your
Yeah.
first, this is the 3 of you, right? Your first
Yep.
conference out of state?
Yep.
First business trip in general for me.
Same
Oh,
here.
man.
first
Yep.
one?
So
Uh-oh.
us three, we're going to Chicago. The work hard, play hard mindset
you gotta watch out.
should come into play.
I was
The FP National Dealer Show, right?
Yep, it's gonna be a good time.
Good.
I'm going to give you guys a warning right now. All right. I was at a conference last week, and there was a guy there, and it was his first business trip.
I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah. And
On the other side of the glass.
what I don't want to have happen is I don't want to have you guys having to lean up against a stick just to stay standing by me.
Well, luckily we have a great former bartender that will be with us.
Oh, good.
Yep. I know what the limit is.
He'll have us good and ready.
Yeah.
Well, those shows too, you guys are going to learn so
Oh,
much.
my
I mean,
God.
just you learn a lot here. You can watch webinars and online videos and training courses, but to go and get and to listen to leadership from FP, you're going to hear
Yeah.
from the president. You're going to hear, you're going to hear from the leaders of that company and talk about the product and where they see the industry going. Because there's some really big changes, as you guys know, coming up in 2024 with the mailing industry and in certain deadlines with the federal government. So you guys are just you're gonna have fun, but you're gonna learn so much in those couple of days there.
And when you're there, the beautiful, beautiful part of our industry, right, is the meeting after the meeting, so to speak, because you're going to get a chance if you take it. Now you got to take it, and that is you're going to be able to meet people, who's walked down the path that you're going, and you're going to be able to learn and garner the wisdom from the people that have come before you, and get some of these kind of the old school techniques with your digital marketing, which you're familiar with. You studied marketing and you studied people. So take advantage of the meeting after the meeting. Get to know as many people as you can. Get to know as many business owners, and build that network, because that kind of a network can carry with you for years and years going forward. Build the network, but not too much of the network. All right.
Oh yeah.
Because you still got to get up at 7 o'clock, to be at the meeting.
Yep.
And drive home.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there should be some new exciting products, hopefully, and we'll get to actually meet the people from FP that we've been talking to over the phone to be able to build that relationship even
100%.
better.
Yep. I got. I know some people that are going to be there, and I'm going to have them.
Watching us like hawks.
Understandable.
Did they show up in the morning?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Take attendance.
Yeah.
So Chicago, so it's your first, the three of you, your first professional business trip.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
It is.
What else in 2023 you guys looking forward to?
March Madness. I've heard great things about the March Madness event here. Phenomenal video on our website, I believe.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to watch that, it's
Under events. It's under the events tab.
It's under events tab. I like to call it a hype video. I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean, I'm looking forward to being a part of that. Getting some March Madness. March Madness is always
Start
just
talking to your customers about it now.
Right.
March,
Yeah.
I'll plug it right now. It's March 16th.
Yeah.
Here at UTEC, but start talking to your customers and prospects now, because if I know you guys don't know this will be your first time at the event, but to have customers and prospects here that day, it's
Dynamic energy.
huge business opportunities, really.
So we had over 300 people here last year, and it was the first year coming out of COVID. And I know Kevin was disappointed because in previous years prior to COVID, hitting 400 or 500 is just not out of the question. So each of you guys got to bring 100 people to the party.
Will do.
Got to meet our numbers. It'll be fun.
Sounds good.
So on for the 20. So now we've gone February FP, March Madness. So you got
What's
9
the rest
more
of the
months.
year?
Yeah. And I hope one of the answers I'm going to hear come out, I'm going to be blowing my number out. So
Yeah, I've only worked 7 months here, so I only really had a half of a year last year. So this will be my first full here at UTEC. Just want to blow the sails out of the water and really surpass the goals for this year.
good. Nice answer.
You've trained him well.
What do you see for
like
the
I
remainder
said,
of the
I'm
year?
just excited to get more in the swing of things. I feel like it's been a lot of training, a lot of stuff like that. But to finally be able to get out, have my territory, and kind of run things on my own is going to be something I'm really excited for.
That's awesome. And you, Ryan?
Yeah, building out that territory.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get out there and meet more people that are in the area, see if we can do some business with each other and make some money.
And you've gone to a couple after-hour networking events recently, and I know we're going to go to one on Thursday. But different chamber events, which you're obviously very familiar with your mom. But that's got to help you as well, right? Meeting people in the community and networking that way.
Yeah, just went to the Brighton Chamber of Commerce meeting. It was a great event. Met a handful of people. A lot of people actually came up and introduced themselves to me. They're like, "Wow, I know we do business with UTEC, and we know your dad as well." So being in there.
They hold that against them.
Yeah, I can't tell yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, the networking events are awesome. I mean, it really helps you, get a boost. It gets you a foot in the door in a lot of other places that, people that might not attend these events might not get. So.
And people are a little relaxed too, and they've got a drink in their hand, and it's after hours, right? Where sometimes they might be, because they're busy during the day. You might have a hard time getting an appointment with them during the day. The more of these, especially in your territory, the events, the ribbon cutting, the lunches, things like that, you really can build connections with those people in those kind of events.
Yeah, you get them on the personal side too. They got their business day curtain, kind of putting down for the day, and they're getting into their, relaxed
More loose and casual.
More loose, yeah. So it's a good way to meet people as well. You know, you see their personal side, then they see your personal side, and then off the races.
Cool.
Good.
So what do you guys, we're kind of winding down here, or wrapping it up. If you had to give a message out to your current customers, let's just say, or future prospect, what would you like them to know about you personally? I'll give you guys a little bit to think on that. But if you had an opportunity to speak directly to them, and it wasn't in a selling situation, what do you want them to know about you?
I guess I would want them to know about me would be, I guess, just my personality, and to really get to, know me as a person, not in any sales form whatsoever, but just know that, like, I'm, a nice, genuine person, and, I'm willing to do, business with, whoever.
Yeah, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm not going to try to upsell you to a higher machine. I always hope that if you ask me why am I trying to, get you in this machine or this solution, hopefully I have a great answer that isn't, more money in it for us. So that's kind of what I'm going for, just being honest and really trying to bring value to every customer I help with.
That's cool.
I mean, for me, it's just, showing them who I am, being myself, not trying to be someone I'm not. Because at the end of the day, they want to do business with someone they like, and you want to do business with someone you like.
Yeah.
So being yourself, letting them see myself as me, and not business. Here's a little bit of my personal side. That's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what I'm looking to show them.
Cool stuff. Okay, so we always end a Less Kevin, More Tech podcast by asking, what is your favorite choice of bourbon? So
You served a lot of it at Travis.
I did serve a lot of bourbon.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? There's really popular ones would be, Woodford Reserve, Elijah Gregg. There's too many to count on fingers, obviously.
what's
But
yours?
Mine, I would have to say probably Maker's Mark.
Makers? 46, is it? Or just
Oh, there's different kinds of them. Just the regular one.
Just the regular one? Yeah.
I was going to say probably Woodford, but Makers is a good one as well, for sure.
Wow.
Those both are good. But I'll drink it if you give me anything. I'm kind of that person. But tequila, anything but that. Not a big tequila person. But bourbon,
Whatever.
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 So your
Cool.
dad hasn't taught you those fine
Yeah.
teachings yet of bourbon.
What he likes to say is, you haven't matured enough yet. You'll get there.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
We actually have really good bourbon tasting at our March Madness event.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We
From
will.
two locals here. So
Yeah, distillers. Good. All right. Well, with that, man, I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you. I like the energy you're bringing to the company. And, don't be secret agents. Get out there and tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. First podcast.
Yeah, fun.
It is.